Are you being paralyzed by your own fears? Are you feeling hopeless, like you don't know who or what you are? Fear is consuming who you believe you are. If you feel like that right now, this video may be exactly what you need. See, I'm not a stranger to fear myself. I went through a pretty big cycle of anxiety and fear, consuming my life, taking it over, and losing myself to that fear. So it is very real, and I know exactly what you may be feeling. Fear can come from many different things. So the reason you're experiencing fear can be totally different than the reason I was experiencing fear. And it's even possible to not know why you are feeling such intense fear, but you know that it's there and it's very real. Welcome to my channel if this video is catching you and you're not a subscriber. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for joining me for another message. I hope that what I share today can help you in some way and release you from the stranglehold of fear that may be consuming you. If you do like my message, I encourage you to give the video a like. I really appreciate it and it goes a long way. So I just want to say that fear is real, fear is intense, and I'm not here to deny that. I'm not here to take that away. It's very captivating, it's very consuming, and it can feel like it has a stranglehold over everything you believe you are, your life itself. It can stop you from taking a step. It can stop you from being creative. It can stop you from doing something that you may enjoy. It can put a dark cloud over you, and that dark cloud can be what you come to believe all there really is. And that's why it's so sad to see a lot of the people being consumed by fear in life. That's why it's so sad to see how strong this grip of fear actually is and actually takes on people's lives. Like I said, from experience myself, the grip that fear had over me, that anxiety had over me, was so real, so intense, and so miserable. I did everything I could for a way out. And I'm sure you might be doing the exact same thing, looking for a way out. Maybe you're looking for help. Maybe you're looking on YouTube, and maybe that's why you stumbled on this video. But I'm here to tell you there is a way to get your freedom from this fear. But it's not directly dealing with the fear itself. And it's not directly removing the fear itself. And it's not the conventional way. Now, if you've been looking for so hard and so long in the outside world, and you have not been able to find the release from fear, maybe, just maybe, you're looking in the wrong place. See, a lot of these emotions and a lot of the suffering that we deal with inherently comes from this illusion that we are so immersed within, this play that captivates us and consumes us. It is not until we understand the nature of this play, the nature of reality and what we are, that we are able to be set free, that we are able to actually remove the chains for good by discovering truth. And there's a reason I call it truth, and there's a reason that I teach truth, point to truth at this channel. And the reason is because this truth and the pillars of this truth will be able to set you free from the show that you have been playing for so long, that you have been consumed in and consumed by for so long. So like I said, it's not conventional. And your release from your fear is not going to come from this 3D reality, from the material world and the matrix itself. So I want to tell you the way to break these chains. I want to point you to the way of this escape. And that's what I am here to speak about now. My fear came from an ego identity, somebody that I believed I was, somebody that I believed I had to defend 24/7. Okay? We believe we have an identity, and we believe we are someone that we base on our past, believed childhood, believed years of growing up, and someone that we believe we are working towards the future. We believe it shapes us. We believe everything that we've acquired is who we are, our beliefs, our preferences, our experiences, and that is solid within us. The camera almost fell over. We identify with that, we attach with that knowingly, but most of the time, very unknowingly. And this is where my fear stemmed from. The belief of who I thought I was, everything that I had acquired, the different traits, experiences, preferences, likes and dislikes, and beliefs. See, that's what we do mostly in this matrix if we allow it to consume us. We place ourselves in a cage of ideas and conditioning that maybe have been placed upon us at a young age. And we miss over and look over seeing how truth really is, how this reality really is, and what we really are. So I encourage you to investigate who you truly believe you are. Investigate what you are allowing yourself to believe, because more than likely you may be placing yourself in a cage not knowing you are actually doing that. Sometimes this cage can seem so real that we don't even know it's a cage. We think it's our life. We think it's who it is. The cage almost becomes of us because we have been placed in it for so long. It is not until we truly flip that switch, take off of the blindfold, and remember who and what we are. Your fear may be coming from many different places. Mine was coming from this place, from this cage that I didn't know I was in. Like I said, I'm looking in this material world for the solution to the fear, for a way out. But the whole time, the solution was not from this material world. The cause was from this matrix, from this conditioned cage that I had locked myself in and thrown away the key. But the way out of this cage isn't by force. You don't rip the bars open. That is a byproduct of remembering who you are. This isn't conventional, but it is truth itself. You don't need a theory, a concept, or an idea to see this truth. You look into your experience. To break out of this conditioned cage that may have you in a fear cycle by you identifying with who you think you are, who you think you have become, and where you think you must go, this cage becomes so rigid and real to you that it creates fear, because it takes you out of alignment, true alignment with what you are. And what you are is what we all are and what we all share. And it doesn't have a form, it doesn't have a location, it doesn't have a name, it is shapeless, colorless. So I'm not going to try to describe it, but it is consciousness itself. Now, you may think, how can I be consciousness? I'm this body, I'm this character that I have been identifying with my whole life. That is the play. That is the show. Welcome to it. But to transcend this cage and this fear that you have been locked in for so long, You must discover the truth, and the truth does not lie in this matrix. The truth transcends this whole thing. So I want you to investigate the nature of what you are, who you are, and discover, are you locking yourself in a fear cage, stuck in a fear cycle due to conditions and beliefs and the weight of this matrix? If you investigate that and you discover that you have been and that you are, well, then there's one question left. What are you? Who are you? And that will reveal everything to you. Guys, thank you for joining me for another video. I hope this really helps somebody. I know what that fear feels like. It's scary. It seems to be so real and so solid, but there is a way out. There really is. And I encourage you to stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I would really appreciate it. And I hope that I can help you awaken from your slumber. Awaken from the sleep that you have been in, the deep sleep that you have been in to this matrix. So I hope you join me for another video soon. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon.